why emotions are evil and will lead to your downfall. Why you cannot trust your emotions. The thing you have to understand about your emotions, guys, is that they will often lead you astray, right? Because many times when you are acting out with your emotions, you're not acting out rationally, right? You're not thinking logically when you're in an emotional state. And you see many people who get unhinged on like social media. Many of the wokies out there will tend to get very triggered maybe by content like this, helping men, and they will lash out, right? And they'll just start throwing a temper tantrum, for example, right? And they are, you know, they're adults. Like, they're basically children trapped in adult bodies, but they're, you know, technically adults, and they're acting like children. And they look very foolish to just anybody who's sitting back and watching this, and, you know, is seeing this for themselves, right? So you have to understand, when it comes to your emotions, it's very easy to be deceived by them, okay? And I just did a coaching video like earlier, talk about how your emotions can get you killed, right? Literally, they can. If you think of anybody out there, or any of these videos you see on YouTube, where, you know, people are getting in these heated situations with other people, and then somebody ends up getting shot or stabbed. How does that happen? Does that happen because people are thinking rationally? No, it's because people are thinking emotionally. And I've often said, somewhere in the Bible, I believe, it says that Satan uses your emotions to play on you. He uses emotions to deceive you, right? And I truly believe that you can see that everywhere today, right? You see like just the upside down world we're living in, and all of the crazy people that are being coddled right now. They're acting through their emotions, right? A lot of the life-changing decisions that they're making for themselves, like changing their gender, for example, is something that they end up regretting later on, because they weren't thinking, you know, they're thinking with their emotions. Like, oh, I feel this way. I'm not a boy. I feel like a girl. So I need to change this. You know, it's like, don't trust your emotions. Okay? Because they will always lead you to believe something that is not based on reality, right? Because your emotions often are not based on anything that's actually happening that's factual, right? It's usually just based on a feeling that you're having in the moment, right? And it's usually influenced by several factors. You know, whether you're feeling hungry or fatigued or happy or sad or stressed, your emotions get influenced by that, you know. But you know what doesn't get influenced by any of those outside factors is reality, right? Common sense, facts, right? They're not influenced by any of this, you know, malarkey going on outside of that. And this is why I say you cannot trust your emotions. If you think of any decision that you've ever made that has turned out horribly for you, right? Where you made a terrible decision. Was that decision based on, you know, patience and thinking things through and, being rational about it? No, it was based on you being impulsive and you being emotional and you letting your emotions take control of the situation and make the decision for you. Okay? I've often said, like, you can never really be a man or achieve your manhood until you get control over your emotional state, right? Your emotional state should always be in the center, right? It should never rise. It should never lower based on any outside factors. I mean, it should really just stay right here where it is, regardless of what's happening around you. I've equated this to the temperature in a car, for example. Like here, I'm in my Lamborghini. Like the temperature in the car usually stays right here, right? If it starts to run too hot, guess what? Your car will overheat. Your engine will overheat. If it runs too cold, it'll stall, right? It needs to be right in the center, right? It needs to be at a temperature where it won't overheat and it won't stall, right in the center, right? That is the best temperature for your vehicle. That is the optimal operating temperature. And it's the same with your emotional state. Your emotional state should stay right here in the center. Okay? It should not shift, go left or right, you know, based on what's happening outside or what somebody's trying to do to trigger you. No, it should remain right here. Right? This is what it goes back to the oldest lesson I've always taught you guys, being icy and non-reactive. Okay? You don't see me react to what anybody else is doing. You don't see me reacting to like these like haters or exposed videos or anything like that. I've never done a single response video, even though I could, and I can easily demolish their tiny little puny following, right? Because they often traffic leech on a bigger channel like mine. But I don't, because I don't let other people pull me into their world, pull me into their frame, pull me into their reality. No, why? Because my frame is stronger. My reality is stronger, right? And at the end of the day, I let my results speak for itself. I let who I am speak for itself. I don't worry what gossip people are talking about me. You know, much of gossip is based on lies anyway. There's like 5% truth, 95% lies and hyperbole, right? So I don't worry about gossipers. I don't worry about what somebody's saying or some new rumor. I don't get triggered by that, you know, like unfortunately like many people do, right? Instead, I just let my results speak for itself. I try to be the change that I want to see in the world, because I don't want to see other dudes doing that, so I don't do it. Okay? And obviously I want to set a good example for you guys, and two, like when you see two like YouTubers going at it and just constantly like bashing each other in videos, you lose respect for them, and you go, man, these dudes are like acting like junior high, they're in junior high or something, right? These guys are acting like toddlers, and I'm not a toddler, right? And I'm not in junior high. I'm a grown man with a business and a family and animals and, you know, and a future, and a big subscriber base, you know, or pretty big based on, you know, what I've had previously. So yeah, I don't let my emotions control me in any way, shape, or form. Anytime I feel my emotions escalating, because I'm human, I get fatigued too. There are days where I'm stressed, I'm tired, and I might be driving along and somebody does something stupid. I just take a sit. I take a deep breath and I'm like, it's all right, man. You know, I smile, I force a smile. I look at the rearview mirror, force a smile. I'm like, life is good. What am I complaining about, right? I'm like, I have a good life. Even when I was broke, I was like, I've got my health. I've got eyesight. You know, I could walk and talk. What do I have to complain about? You know, I mean, there's always something to be happy about, right? There's always something to be thankful for. So, yeah, just be wary of your emotions and how they can lead to your downfall. If you look at guys, you know, because I've been watching a lot of these true crime daily stories lately of people like committing murders and, you know, killing family members or whatnot for the insurance policy, or because they got in an argument or they got in a street fight. You know, it's always driven by their emotional state. It's always driven by this irrationality that somehow, you know, that if I just wipe this person out, life will be better. It's like, no, you're going to get caught and you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison, as these people always do, right? Because they're not thinking long term, they're thinking short term. And that's the thing about emotions as well, is it will influence you to think short term as opposed to long term. This is why when you're younger, you made so many stupid, dumb decisions like I did, because you weren't thinking in the long term, you were thinking in the short term, right? You were thinking you wanted instant gratification. Okay? You just wanted it now. You want it to happen now. I don't want to wait. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. You know, you're not thinking ahead, right? You're not thinking long term. So that is something that will happen once you get control over your emotional state, is you won't be so easily triggered or so easily reactive by some, you know, jackass out there trying to provoke you. Instead, your emotional state will stay here in the center, right? Here, level. It will not rise and it will not, you know, descend, right? It will stay right here. It will stay level regardless of what's happening around you. You won't be so easily sucked out of your reality and pulled into someone else's, you know, that could be toxic for you. Instead, you'll be centered in your reality, grounded in your own energy. Your emotional state will be level, and you will feel more like a man, right? You won't feel like this, you know, flimsy little bitch that could just be pulled in any direction depending on what somebody says to you or what somebody does to you. I mean, instead you'll be able to control yourself, but and you know, you won't make these foolish decisions as you did when you were younger, right? You'll take the time and patience to think things through, right? Think things through, think ahead, and think of the long term and not the short term. And that comes from gaining control over your emotional state. You will stop thinking in the short term and you will start thinking a long term. I mean, with everything, right? Even just your diet, right? Instead of grabbing, you know, a slice of cheese pizza, you know, and a Coca-Cola, instead you'll grab, you know, some salad and, you know, some protein, right? And a bottle of water, right? Because you'll be thinking ahead, like, okay, I don't want to be feeling this the next day if I eat this pizza. I don't want to be feeling gross. I don't want to be feeling like I'm in this brain fog. I'm gonna go for the spinach because long term, that's better for me. It's better for my diet, right? You won't have this like short term, you know, immature short term thinking. So let's wrap it up here, guys. If you got value out of this coaching video, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there in my comments. Until next time. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets, signing out here with my Lamborghini. Just got this car, very excited about it. We're gonna be featuring it a lot more here on the channel in the next coming months, the next coming years. Gonna be keeping this for a little while. I still have my DeLorean, by the way. So not selling the DeLorean, but gonna be enjoying this car for a little while here. And if you want to see the process of me purchasing this car, just go to my Instagram, my IG, at MattCrossOfficial. Follow me on there. Been posting a lot of videos about this car. I was working on this deal for over 2 months. Finally got it closed. I was on a hunt for this car, looking for this car for over 2 years, trying to find one in Rossa Festo Red, which is the color of this vehicle. Rossa Festo Red is probably hands down one of the rarest colors for the Lamborghini. It's also a $14,880 option, so it's a pretty rare find. It's a fully loaded vehicle. But I'm going to do a full review on the car here on my channel pretty soon, if it's not up already. So yeah, follow me at MattCrossOfficial. The same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered the Lamborghini. His name is TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you happen to purchase a muscle car, collector car, exotic car, he's your man for delivery. Funny enough, I bought this car also sight unseen, like I did my DeLorean. Just when you get these deals, you just have to jump on it, right? You just have to jump on it, man. But as always, gentlemen, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well, so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to the channel and you just don't take off on me. So subscribe to the channel, helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this insane red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you here on my channel, best way to do that is becoming basically a subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Woo!